Welcome to Dark Horizon Creations. I'm Mike. This time we're taking a look at the Star Wars, the Black Series Rebel Commando action figure by Kenner. Now, if you hadn't already, please follow, like, and subscribe to my social media accounts on Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube. Don't forget to hit that bell icon so you get a notification of when I post new content. So here we have the Star Wars, the Black Series Rebel Commando action figure from Return of the Jedi. This is part of Hasbro's Return of the Jedi 40th anniversary assortment. And for me personally, it's the most anticipated action figure of the whole year. So I was at an area GameStop yesterday and I came across one of these on the pegs for $33 and I grabbed it. Now the Rebel Commando is part of the Rebel Alliance Special Forces, or Spec Forces for short. Rebel Spec Forces are under the command of General Madine, and there are multiple units under the umbrella of Rebel Special Forces. Now you can see that the Rebel Commando is equipped with camouflage trousers, which at that time the camo pattern didn't exist, but the camo pattern that it most closely resembles is ATAC's FG. That camo pattern is nearly identical to what you see used in Return of the Jedi. They have a gray long sleeve combat shirt with a brown vest over it, brown gloves, and of course the standard hat with a donut ring. This action figure does include multiple face sculpts, as well as a Blastech Industries DH-17 blaster pistol and a Blastech A280 blaster rifle. On the blister card packaging in the upper left, you can see the Return of the Jedi 40th anniversary sticker. Back of the packaging, you just have your obligatory product shots of the other figures in this assortment. Alright, here we have the Rebel Commando outside of the packaging. The first thing that I would say to you as a collector and a fan, if you're considering buying this action figure, is this is quite possibly the nicest Black Series figure I have ever seen. The accessories, articulation, the attention to detail, the paint apps, the sculpting, they went above and beyond with this action figure. Let's bring him in closer. You can see the head sculpt there. You can see the gunmetal paint apps on the greeblies on his vest, his bandolier, his belt. All the way around, this is a really nicely done action figure. As far as articulation, his head is on a ball joint, full range of motion there. Forward and lateral movement at the shoulder, bicep rotation. It does have a butterfly joint. Double jointed elbows, elbow rotation, wrist rotation, and wrist pivot. Torso is on a ball joint. Forward and lateral movement at the thigh. Thigh rotation. Got double jointed knees. They're concealed behind the camouflage part of his pants there, almost like a knee pad. Lower leg rotation. His foot's on a ball joint, so it'll pivot and rotate. Really awesome. So let's talk about accessories. First and foremost, I want to talk about his rucksack, or his burgeon for my friends across the pond. This is really cool. This does not plug into a port on his back. It has actual straps. I really, really like this. It's got some painted greeblies on it, some gunmetal paint, the hose on it. I can't recall the exact rucksack that was used for the film, but it was an actual used military backpack. And to get this onto him, do is bring his arm back. Oh, he's ready for that ruck across the braking beacons right now. Let's talk about weapons. He does include the Blastech Industries DH-17 blaster pistol. Really nice paint apps on this. It's done up in a gunmetal, a lot of molded detail. You can see that there is a port for the extended power pack. which it does not have on it. And unfortunately, there is no holster included with the Rebel Commando for this. I'm really disappointed in that. Also included is his primary weapon, the Blastech Industries A280C blaster carbine. A lot of nice molded detail on this. Really cool gunmetal paint apps. And no warping, believe it or not. Now I want to take a moment and say something. This is not the correct weapon used by the indoor Rebel Commandos. They utilize the A280A blaster carbine. You may be asking, what's the difference? I'll tell you. In Empire Strikes Back, the Hoth Rebel troopers utilize the A280C. That particular blaster rifle prop was built around a German World War II assault rifle. I believe it was called the Steyr, if I'm not mistaken. And the reason that I know which one this is the design of the rear of the receiver, the pistol grip, trigger guard, and the mag well. The A280A used by the indoor Rebel Commandos was based on the upper and lower receiver of an AR-15. So they're two different weapon systems. They have a similar appearance when all of the greeblies and things are attached, but they are not identical. And last but not least, the alternate head sculpt. You can see here, which is really cool. I do like this. Overall, this is quite possibly the best Black Series action figure that Hasbro has released yet. If you're a collector or a fan of Star Wars, you definitely want to add this guy to your collection. If you like the troop build the way that I do, you should buy at least 4 to make out a patrol. That way you can use them for dios and toy photography. The only drawback to this action figure is the lack of a holster for the DH-17 blaster pistol. It's the same holster included with the Hoth Rebel Trooper. I think there have been some other Black Series figures that included that blaster. So the only real workaround to that is to get an extra figure that has that accessory and customize the holster to attach to the belt that the indoor Rebel Commando has. There you have the Star Wars, the Black Series Rebel Commando by Kenner.